What's going on, everyone? ZmanTheTech here. Thanks again for tuning in to Snoley Games. Definitely appreciate you as always. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Brave Dungeon plus Dark Witch Story Combat. In this particular video, I'm going to be mostly focusing on Brave Dungeon. I'll be honest, I haven't actually played this side of Dark Witch Story Combat. It looks like it's a bit of a card game built into kind of a deck building situation. I have to definitely play through it and make a separate video. But without much further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at Brave Dungeon.
シェガー、それは人間族が魔法を使えるようになる奇跡の功績。多くの学者がシェガーを研究し、新しい力、魔法が生まれた。しかし魔法にも未だに多くの謎が残されている。一部のシェガーの魔力は強力であり、特別な器を用意することで魔力を封印した。魔力が封じられたものを人はマジックアイテムと呼んだ。時が流れ、過去に多く作られたマジックアイテムが世界の各所に眠っているという。しかしそれらの多くは危険なダンジョンなどにあり、研究者が手に入れるのは容易ではなかった。その危険な場所へと足を運び、生活している猛者たちがいる。人々は彼らをトレジャーファイターと呼んだ。今ここに一人のトレジャーファイターが新たな冒険へと向かおうとしている。彼女の名前はある。その大きな鎌から死神の愛称で呼ばれる彼女は、人間族が未踏のダンジョンに挑戦しようとしていた。果たして彼女は無事にダンジョンを踏破し、マジックアイテムを手に入れることができるだろうか。
Alrighty, so wanted to go ahead and let you kind of take a look at the intro and get a little bit of at least an idea of what's going on with the backstory of the main character, because that is one of these things with this game that's kind of it's a little bare bones, or more or less straightforward. It definitely does exist, at least, and that's important that it has some kind of story and whatnot to go by. A basic goal to achieve, to go along with the core activities and aspect of this game. Now I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, but and I'm gonna be continuing from a previous save. So like I said, being that there's not so much story as an emphasis of what's kind of presented in this game, there shouldn't really be any spoilers or anything like that. But I definitely kind of wanted to showcase what abilities you do get eventually as you level up, because it's such a grind in the beginning before you're actually able to get a little bit more actions and attacks and spells, things like that, as you move forward since the beginning of the game. It's pretty bare, and it's going to be a little repetitive. However, I want to label this game as really grindy but addictive. We'll say that. And that's definitely not a bad thing, because as far as the looking at the acronym BGM here, speaking of that, oh man, the music is really good. The composer definitely did their thing, and sound design is decent too, and the art, I like the art. All the characters are pretty much chibi, which I'm cool with that. I definitely don't mind it. So let's go ahead and jump into it here. As you can see, I've grinded out to level 37, so you can kind of, and I've already spent about 7 hours and some change into the game, getting to level 37. So I probably should have stopped at some point when I started. But that's the thing, like you jump into this game, and it's so hard to put down once you get in the grind mode, because you'll get a certain distance into a dungeon, like as you go, as far as like the floors, and then you just pretty much get your butt tore out the frame, and you're like, what the heck, like what do I need to do? Like, what did I do wrong? Have I not grinded enough? And it's like, I think it really encourages that, to kind of hop around dungeons until, you know, if you've cleared as many floors as you can, come back to that boss, show him what it is, and keep it moving. Which, like I said, I'm okay with that. But let's give you kind of a brief overview of what this is. So basically, Newport is the central location to where you can get all your items, get healed up, increase your stats, level up your class, which I can get into that a little later, or now, it doesn't matter. When I get over there, I'll talk about it. But party and information is the main kind of place you go. And you can change your party at any time. Now, you can't change the main character for some reason, but I guess, you know, for, well, obvious reasons rather. But yeah, depending, you got different types of characters, and the class system is a little different how it works in this game, because each particular character goes by the type that they are, and then the classes, as they upgrade, allow them to basically learn new moves and spells and whatnot. Which in this game, you don't have an MP meter or an AP or anything like that. What it is they call it a capacity, and basically it's pretty simple. The more capacity you have, the more moves you're able to do, things like that. But you can always, of course, use items and things like that, unless there's something that disabled it. But anywho, say my basic setup that I went with is for the secondary characters are going to be a healer. You got to have a healer in any RPG. My apologies, I meant to mention the type of game. So it's basically a really grindy, addictive dungeon crawler mixed with turn-based RPG. In a nutshell. So, but thankfully the battles aren't long and drawn out, unless, you know, I guess you get to a point where you definitely need to, you know, strategize a little bit more before firing off all kind of just, you know, a barrage of moves, because that's never really a good thing in an RPG. If you're, you know, a seasoned RPG player, you should be okay though. But yeah, so I usually go, you gotta have a healer, and then the self-love type is an interesting thing. This character in particular, Rudy, she's actually more based off speed. She's very fast, but I really like the aspect that she can heal herself without the need of, you know, needing a healer or an item. It is legit just a move that she can do if she has enough capacity to do so. But yeah, and she's really fast, and she's very ninja-like in a way. I like that. And you know, when it comes down to it, she's for what I was trying to do, she's a good support character for me. But I definitely have to have a healer. But just to switch out to show what other options we have, I'm probably gonna butcher this. I think it's Papelm. I'm probably butchering it, but she's like actually all the characters either seem to be kind of animal themed or furry. I don't know. Yeah, she's kind of like a cat warrior kind of creature. That's really awesome in battle, like straightforward, you know, focused attack type, as it says there. I used her for a little bit, but I quickly realized I need my healer back, and I liked the benefits of Rudy, so I wanted to keep her, and ultimately that's why everybody's the same level right now. But yeah, we have Papelm, who is focused attack type, and we also have Mary, who's a disabler type. She's gonna basically kind of have all your buffs and things like that to start messing with enemies hardcore, you know, like making them fall asleep, dark, you know, silence, or whatever, you know, whatever kind of buffs are normally in an RPG, they pretty much exist in this game. So she's going to be that character. As you can see, I have not used her. I feel bad because I definitely want to kind of experience the game in its full entirety as much as I can. So I'm gonna, as you saw earlier, there's a lot of slots available, which I really love that, and they really thought ahead for that, because, you know, naturally you're gonna want to choose other characters, you know, if you know, when you go back to play this game again. A lot of replayability going on, but, you know, you can switch mid-game, but, you know, it's going to be a even tougher grind. You got to level them up, and it's going to be a bit of an issue. So just keep that in mind. Cleansey, the omnipotent type. I honestly have not used her either, but I'm not really sure what that entails. I'd have to check into it to see what all that even means. But based off the weapon, it looks like she's some kind of a clerical. Maybe not as much a healer, but maybe she might be more of a mage, a sorceress or a mage or something like that. And we have Nelville, a inactive type. I think she's just more of a support character from what it was mentioned as. There's a bit more information on each character and what all they have to offer by the tavern owner, which I'll show you that in a little bit here. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's what we got as far as your change party. Let's see, material quests. Basically, what happens is the loot. It's all about the loot in this game, and you can either make materials, make items, or sometimes they're actually requested in the tavern, and you go ahead and trade in the amount requested, and you get trace, which is actually your currency in this game. But oddly enough, I believe the trace also is used to level up your stats. Lunchtime is interesting because basically when you do the material request, you also get lunchtime coins for doing so. And you redeem the lunchtime. I can't do it right now because I don't have any, but you redeem them and it randomizes a set number of foods and the level of intensity or how rare it is or how good it is as far as delicious or whatever. And it'll permanently raise stats of a random character that it chooses in like kind of a roulette thing, which is nice. It keeps you from having to spend money separately on each stat because it does get pretty pricey. The information, I'm not going to go through all this, and I will definitely timestamp this video so you can jump to how the gameplay is. I apologize. I kind of just wanted to get into the gist of what to expect in this game. But yeah, so there's quite a few questions here. They pretty much explain everything in a nutshell, down to the dungeons, the class changes. And yeah, so the way the class changes work, like I mentioned earlier, is after you get to a certain level that's required to upgrade the class, definitely go ahead and do that. Don't hesitate. That's literally how you get all your new movesets. Well, additional moves rather, instead of movesets, however you want to say. But yeah, so party and information's there. Then we have magic items, which is basically your items. And the cool thing is, I guess they call it magic items because they technically come back to you. If you come back to Newport, whether you use a escape item to come back, or if you run all the way back and exit the dungeon, as soon as you come back, everyone is healed and all the magic items are restored, which is interesting. So I guess, it's not really you buy one and it's infinite, because once you're in the dungeon, if you run out, you run out. But when you come back, you get it all back, if that makes sense. Which is cool. So materials and accessories, this is where you can create them. Like right now I can create some guards of Dark and Zero, things like that. Now the Zero guard is basically, how should I put this? There are certain moves that drain your capacity to where you can't do anything at all. This stops that from happening. And it took me a while to actually figure that out, so I think it's called empty. Is what they call it. But yeah, so you can, items can be created. Actually, I got a new one I can do here. Let's go ahead and do that. Show you what it looks like. I never had a platinum coin yet. That's pretty cool. Now, when I tell you I've played this game an unhealthy amount as far as the sessions, it is real. So definitely be careful. Like you'll see why in a minute. Why I say that this is intensely addicting. I'd like to do another platinum coin. So I'm pretty sure I get a good bit of money for it. Now, one thing I wish they did kind of offer is, you know, the option to make whatever could be made with a click of a button, you know, like create all or something. But I guess, you know, in terms of, you know, you may not want to create all the items that you can at the moment because those ingredients could go to something else. So yeah, you got your materials book. So, and then if you look at the top right, it tells you which dungeon to find it in, which is pretty cool. Got your enemy book based off whoever you fought, and the loot that they drop when you kill them. So it's pretty nice, man. It's pretty straightforward. Stats and growth. I have a good bit of trace right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade a few things here. Get defense up a little for her. I definitely do defense for this character here. Okay, and we've upgraded enough, and then you got your equip accessories. Pretty straightforward. Whatever you decide to put on them is, you know, I will say this, definitely tailor them to the dungeons you go to, because there's certain enemies that attack with certain buffs and things like that, and status. That's what I should have said, not buffs, but there are buffs though, but I meant to say status effect attacks. That's what we'll say. Yeah, so, and then class changes here. I can't do anything right now because I have to wait till I get to level 45, but once you do, it gives you an option. It gives you two options of what new ability you can get and the effect that it has. So choose wisely because it's permanent. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go to the dungeons, and we got that out the way. As you can see, I definitely have been playing a bit. Like I said, I've pretty much gotten to the 4th floor on every dungeon except God's Hill. God's Hill is literally hell incarnate. You don't go there until you've completed all the dungeons. That's literally the last stop. But yeah, we're gonna go to Downsend here, or Down End, sorry. All right. I definitely have the key for this floor. But we're gonna show you just some of the battles and stuff. Now, I'm a little strong right now, so it's sadly everything's gonna die in one hit pretty much right now. But I figured I'd, you know, showcase some battles and then go ahead and grab some loot while I'm at it. I'm not gonna do too much because I definitely want to get some more of the challenging fights. As I said, yeah. Excuse me, not too much going on right now with the battles because I'm a little overpowered here. So, like I said, I want to grab the easy loot that I don't have to fight anybody first, and then we're going to swing on to the next floor here. Oh, and that's another thing too. If you hit the Y button, you could check the map. If you based upon what you've unlocked already as far as the map, it could be viewed here. And it kind of gives you a little key, a little legend off to the side there to show you what squares mean what. Basically, if they're flashing, you have not touched it yet. If you hit the left trigger, you can jump straight to your item list to use an item. Hit B to back out twice, and then if you hit the right trigger, it goes straight to your equipment, which is nice. It's a nice little perk. Or you can just hit the X button and, you know, choose what you want from there. Okay, so that glowing one, that yellowish glowing enemy deal with the flashing and all that. That's your boss fight. There actually are different colors I've noticed, like red ones. I guess I'm guessing it's more of an intensity of the of the enemy type. So boom. And honestly, it's cool that you can fight the bosses over again. I don't know, just to get the experience, or get stack the money up, so to speak. As long as it's worth the time. I mean, once you get to a certain strength, it's like you may not one shot them, but it's only going to be within a few hits. So, but yeah, take all the opportunity you can get to level up and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and fight them just to show you. I'm going to switch it up a little, that way we can give them a somewhat of a fighting chance. As you can see, they're not taking much damage. Yeah, I've already pretty much got to that point. Boom. All right. So yeah, this easy. Like I said, it's looking a little easy right now, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go up to the. I got to go up a little bit. Go to floor 3. All right, so this is the floor. This is what it's gonna look like when you basically when you first start a dungeon. It's gonna be blacked out, and it unravels as you traverse. Yeah, they're still a little weak too. All right. You're doing pretty good when your attacks take more than your actual HP. Hopefully, we'll see how this boss is on this floor. I'm pretty excited to see. I like the animations too. I'm excited to see what's going on with this floor. Hope I'm not too strong. I tell you, and it's like dealing with the difficulty in the beginning is just such a wonderful feeling once you finally get to that point where you're. I guess strong enough to kind of actually put up a fight, to where everything is just cowering in your power. Yes, cower in my power. Oh, look at the little monkey. Oh no. What are those? Is that doo-doo? Is it? I have not encountered this enemy yet. I hope that's a coconut. I severely hope that's a coconut. Let's attack it. Oh, well, it died in one hit anyway, so not much of a threat. We're just gonna hope that was coconuts. And speaking of comedy in this game, there's actually quite a. They definitely have a sense of humor when it comes to their enemy choices and whatnot. And I kid you not. I think it was what dungeon was this? Medina, the ice dungeon. For one, the name is funny to me because I immediately thought of Tone Loc, Funky Cold Medina. Maybe Maybe it's like an Easter egg. I don't know, but I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, on the second floor, there's this boss that is like this ridiculous, muscular snowman with a happy face. Like, it's just so odd. And like, if you get to him at too low of a level, like it's terrible. Like, he just lays siege upon you. Like, it's the worst. But yeah, really interesting. Just real funny stuff. You'll have to. I'm not gonna spoil it all for you. You know, if you decide to go ahead and play this, which I definitely recommend it, though. I do. You know, it at its core, you know, it's pretty straightforward. There's not like a super duper amount of content, but for what it is, I think it's definitely worth it. And it's actually on sale right now during the filming of this video, so I think it was about $6 and some change. But definitely, it's normally $8.99, so it's still a decent price point too, especially for 2 games in one. But like I said, I still need to definitely see what's going on with the Dark Witch combat version. And once I do, I'll definitely put a video out. I definitely want to do something proper. Well, I want to go through it a proper amount of time before I, you know, kind of recommend it and talk about it and whatnot. So yeah. All right. So yeah, we're gonna keep trekking on until we get to the boss of this floor, and then from there, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and end it, and then yeah, like I said, I'll be considering doing the video of the second game, and I apologize, I haven't actually done that as of yet. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit of mindless grinding right now. At least they're taking a little bit more than one hit. I definitely leveled up a little too much, so. I'm hoping to. Oh, and that's one thing too. So they also have this thing, kind of reminiscent of a limit break in Final Fantasy or other RPGs that have anything like that kind of thing. Basically, they call it a revenge power. And once that meter, you can probably see it there underneath the capacity and HP and all that. Basically, once that fills up, everybody has a bit of a rage move that they do. And the healer has a pretty nice one where she basically heals everybody. And that move also resurrects as well, which in this game they call it rescue. The item is called rescue, and then, well, so is the spell. So pretty straightforward. Yeah. Poor vampire ladies, they don't stand a chance. Okay, so now I have Hyper Freeze. I get a chance to show that off. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. It's a bit overkill, but... Ooh, my gosh. 6K? Oh, man. And that's from me leveling up the mind stat, I think. Oh, there's the boss right there. I kind of want to... I will clear the rest of the floor, and then, like I said, we'll go ahead and cut it after we see what this boss is working with. Oh, yeah, another suggestion or area for improvement would be, I wanted to see like more weapons. Like the equipping is really just accessory based, which is not a horrible thing. I mean, a little bit more depth in that I think would have been cool. It doesn't make or break the experience, but it's, like I said, it's the little things I like to kind of point out. And wouldn't it be cool, you know, stuff like that. Let's see. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and at least make the boss square visible, because I did see it. There we go. Okay, now there is some areas up here that I did not check out yet, and most likely it's just a small little loot area or something like that. But definitely clear it all out. You know, you definitely don't want to miss anything in a game like this, especially because it's it's mainly based upon loot and grinding. So, yeah, definitely pay attention to that. You don't want to miss anything. Do Divide Eyes. It doesn't do as much damage, but just kind of show you what it looks like. I realize I haven't shown too much of... oh, you know what? I need to heal I, the main character. What am I doing? Oh, well, she keeps killing everybody. Rudy! So, for the sake of, not making a ridiculous person of myself, we're going to go ahead and heal. I need to probably use a super heal. Regular heal is not going to do much. Everybody else can heal themselves, so I don't want to waste any items. Especially since I don't know what this boss is going to be throwing at me. They are pretty broken, though, I will warn. They usually do a lot of moves that attack everyone. So, let's see. Tell you what, let's yeah, I don't want to kill everything just yet. Give me a chance to heal. Cure myself. Flourish is basically a healing move. It's not as strong as cure yourself, unless you're upgrading. Oh my, oh, that's nothing. Unless you're upgrading a stat. Oh. It gave me a status effect. I'm not sure what it was. Yeah, unless you're raising the stat of mine, then it'll be very beneficial. There we go. 50% ring. And if you ever want to know what these items are, you can definitely always look under your change out items, steal, or accessories. And then you can, let's see here. Did I miss it? Oh, there we go. I got quite a few things I need to actually sort through and see what what's more applicable. Okay, I think we've pretty much traversed everything. So what we're gonna do now is oh. Yeah. I need to go back down and around here. Got a long way to go, so once we get down there, there's a little area that I did miss. It's probably just a loot area. Well, 2 loot areas. Okay. We should be good at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the boss. Okay. And like I said, they won't look like much when you get to them, but man, when they start going in, it's pretty tough. So let's go ahead and do cold block. That gives you an automatic 4 hits at a standard rate of attack instead of being light. So let's see. As you can see, I lost capacity there. I think she did a move that kind of... Ooh! Okay. Yeah, she's not really not that much of a threat, I've noticed. I'm going to go ahead and do this. what I've just done basically is added regen and defense has gone up. Go ahead and cure yourself here before something crazy happens. And that move, I'm sorry, that move was called Funny Delusion if you didn't see it before. Okay, I got revenge for I'm going to go ahead and use it for her once I get a second, but I need to definitely heal her so she doesn't die before being able to do so. This might be the end of the boss here. Just going to let you know. Oh, no. She's still good. Okay, we got double revenge going on. Let's go ahead and do Miracle Rush. It's honestly just a barrage of attacks. Nothing too special. Alright, that's pretty much it. There we go. And it gives you that notification at the end that the map has been filled. So once you do that and you come back to a floor, if you ever need to escape, it's never an issue at that point. Because I don't know if you noticed, but if the map is not filled, you don't really have that option. Unless you have an item, perhaps. But yeah. So you go ahead and go to the next floor. Floor 4. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Alright, so yeah. We're gonna stop it there. Brave Dungeon plus Dark Witch combat. Definitely check that out. As you can see, it's a little hard for me to put down, so I have to do a lot of editing. But anywho, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely appreciate all the support. And yeah, they also have, I believe, both of these games, if not at least Brave Dungeon. They do have it on the 3DS. It was on there first. So definitely, you know, if you own a 3DS and don't have a Switch, you can still have the opportunity to play this game, enjoy the experience and whatnot. But yeah, just want to throw that out there. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your day.